Alright, today in the stage comparison tool we are going to be mainly working on some different sorting methods and stats. So at the moment we have platform count, blast zone width and stage width. So let's do a lot more. Okay, so all the sorting functions are kind of together at the moment. Where are they? Here it is. So I think I'm gonna use these type of functions for multiple functions. So I'm probably going to make the most left and most right into their own functions. So actually I'll just copy this whole function here, paste that, and now I will make a function called stage left. And I'll just get rid of the stuff that talks about the right side of the stage. Actually, I can make the function adaptable, and I'll call left right. I'll make a variable called left right, and that way I don't have to write the same code twice. So okay. Call this like highest or something. And then actually it's based on this sign, like bigger than or less than. Maybe this wouldn't work exactly how I thought it would. Either way, we can sort it out later, so let's get rid of that and let's just do the left side. Actually, let's make two copies, one for left, one for right. So at the moment we're doing the left here. And then we'll do one for the right as well. So stage right. I got rid of the left instead of the right. Okay. So that way this function will just be, instead of doing all that, it'll just be stage right stage minus stage left stage. That should still have the same result. Cool. Let's try that out. Stage width. Looks like it still works. Cool. Alright, next function. I was thinking of having like a camera width as well as a blast zone width. So that's just this function. But instead of a blast zone, we'll have camera. I can't remember what it's called. It's just called camera. Okay, let's add that function. Okay, hopefully that works. Camera width. WarioWare is the smallest. Midgar is the biggest. Seems about right. Actually, Midgar shares its camera with most others. A lot of other stages, I think. Yeah, all of these stages have the same camera boundary. What is it? Where's Battlefield? Does Battlefield have a closer camera than FD? Oh, there you go. I didn't know that. The blast zone is the same on the sides. Okay, so that's one checked off the list. Camera width. I'll have a look, see what other things I have here on the checklist to do. About 1 second. Okay, so the most useful stat I think would be the distance from the actual stage to the blast zones for all sides. And also the platforms to the blast zones on all sides, so let's have a look at all of them. So that's where we're going to use stage left and stage right. So let's make a function. We call it it'd be like stage to left blast zone. So stage left to blast zone left. So that would be stage left minus blast zone left, which I assume is blast zones 0. I could take this out into its own function as well, just like the other ones. In fact, that might make things a bit easier, so let's do that. So blast zone left is I'm assuming it's 0, and blast zone right is 1. I just did that for camera instead of blast zone. So we want blast zone left minus stage left. So blast zone left is going to be further negative. So maybe I want the other way around. I want the stage minus the blast zone. I think that'll give me a positive result. Control T, that's the shortcut key. There we go. So stage left to blast zone left. Quite a complicated name. I might rename that at some point. And it pushes the whole select to be way longer than it needs to be. So that's obviously the smallest. Oh, let's turn on the stats. So that's the stage left increases past the blast zone, so it's negative. Let's see if we can zoom in here. That makes the stage disappear. Interesting. Okay, WarioWare is the closest, and then Woohoo Island, interestingly enough. So the distance from here to here is quite close. Frigate Orpheon is quite far, further than even Dreamland. Alright, so I'll get rid of this word left here to make it simpler. I'll keep the function name the way it is just because it's more specific that way. In case I want to say stage right to blast zone left. I don't know whether that'd be useful or not, but just in case. Now we'll do another one for the right side. This is definitely not the most efficient code, but we can always fix that later. Now left and right in theory should be the same. For every stage, but not exactly the case, actually. Some stages are not symmetrical. Oh, I have them mixed around. Has to go the opposite order for the right side because they are positive values. So some of the stages actually reorder if they're left or right. So it looks like Skyloft is further away on the right than it is on the left. What else is different? I could have like a something that compared the difference in the stage. So like stage right plus stage left. Good stage difference. Let's try that. So stage edge difference. It would be not exactly the difference, it would be more like asymmetry? I don't know how to spell asymmetry. Asymmetry. There might be like a double M or something. It is a double M. And it'd be stage edge asymmetry specifically. So it'd be stage right and stage left. And it'd be plus instead of minus. And that way it shouldn't matter which order it's in. So the most asymmetrical is frigate. Okay, so should I do like the absolute value then? So final destination has 0, but battlefield is 0.004. That is interesting. Like some sort of floating point error there. I suppose the direction is actually makes it easier to tell. However, I think I need to get the negative value because yeah, I think it should be negative. Castle Siege is, what is that, 6 units closer to the left? Six units closer to the right. It's really hard to tell. Maybe I should have like an asymmetry left and an asymmetry right. Honestly, knowing like the asymmetry for every single category might be an okay idea as well. So there's quite a few symmetrical stages. It doesn't really count because Unova, for example, while its coordinates on the edge are the same, its coordinates down here are not. So I might have to mess around with those values. But for the moment, I'll probably move on to something else, such as the top blast zone, or the distance from the stage to the top blast zone. So I'll make a new function, call it stage to blast zone top. So that way I would need a blast zone top value here. And would also need a stage top value. So I need to write both of them. Okay. So most top. I'll just rename all of these to most, just so I don't have to change everything each time I copy the function. And this makes the function basically super repetitive, which means I'll consolidate it all into one function at some point. Once I figure out how to do that. So I'll rename this to stage top. And the way to detect the stage top is, instead of looking at the vertex 1, instead of looking at vertex 0, I think it needs to look at vertex 1, because that's the Y value. And I don't know whether this will get the top or the bottom of the stage. We'll find out. Stage top should technically always be 0. There's probably an easier way to do this. I could just log the value. I never call stage top though, do I? So I could just say stage top stages 0. So the first stage is giving me a non-zero value. Fantastic. Okay, so it looks like it's correct though. Yeah. Okay, so stage top is good. Now I need to get blast zone top. So that should be blast zone 2, I think. And then blast zone bottom. Should be blast zone 3. So stage to blast zone top should be stage top. Here. And blast zone top here, so that should already work, hopefully. Okay, I think that worked then. So a lot of stages have the same top blast zone by the look of it. And then Smashville goes higher. But I didn't know Pokemon Stadium 2 and FD have the same top blast zone. That's interesting. Anyway, I'll stop logging those values. Okay, now I need to work on the platform to top blast zone. Or I could do stage 2 bottom blast zone. We'll try that. Now this, I heard somewhere that the determining factor for a spike kill is the camera boundary and not the blast zone. If that's true, then the camera boundary would also be very useful. Did that not work? Okay, that didn't work. I forgot to save, that's probably why. And they're negative values, so I need to swap the order. So does that mean WarioWare has like the biggest vertical blast zone, both top and bottom? Jesus. So it looks like Smashville is actually the lowest out of the decent stages. I feel like I want to make a legal stage toggle or something. Yeah. Genesis 6 toggle. Anyway, I'll be back in a moment to do some more. probably work on some platforms. So we got stage left, stage right, platform. Alright. So we could probably copy all of these functions and make them for platforms instead. So platform coordinates, how would I get them? Stage.platforms instead of stage.collisions. And it's the same vertex coordinates, so I think we should be fine in that regard. So instead of collisions here, we just need to rename all of these to platforms. Platforms, yep. That was the wrong function. All right. Okay, so I can check if the platform length is, if the platforms exist, in which case do the function, otherwise return the stage. Okay, so I could say return math.min, I think. Hope that's a function, and I need to get the minimum value out of the stage left as well. Like that. and this would be math.maximum stage right. So now I can make a whole bunch of functions. So I'll copy all of these. And instead of stage, I'll say platform. Okay, I don't know whether any of them will work. Hopefully all of them will. Okay, so it looks like platform top worked. Except Woohoo Island is not working. So clearly Duck Hunt has the closest platforms to the Blast Zone, and then Yoshi's Story, and then Fountain of Dreams, Dreamland. Battlefield is 4 units different. Interesting. Okay, what about Blast Zone right? Obviously WarioWare. Town City. So Castle Siege is still closer to its blast zone than Kalos is. However, Town and City is significantly closer. I'm thinking about making a toggle for all of the Genesis stages. First, I want to check left and right to see what the differences are. Dreamland the furthest away from the blast zone. It is. Interesting. I also kind of want to fix some of the broken stages, like Frigate Orpheon. Make sure that the platform's in the right position. So I'm just going to take a quick break. I'll be back to do stuff like that. So let's find Frigate Orpheon and look at the platform positioning. Is there only one platform? Alright, that's some weird stuff. So first of all, I'm gonna do a thing like I did for WarioWare, where I find the X position of the main stage. So collisions here, and the Y position is, looks like a negative 114. So that way when I draw it, hello Pandora, welcome back. Alright, so the value was 114. I think I need to add instead of subtract, so, and that stage is Frigate Orpheon, or however you say it. Making loads of progress? Yeah, I suppose so. We've got a number, I can't remember when you were here last, but I've got lots of different sorting methods now. Whereas before I only had 3. So stage width. What's going on here? Why is WarioWare back up where it was before? Very strange. So let's just get rid of that. Let's see if that's causing the problem. Okay, that's clearly not causing the problem. I think I renamed WarioWare the stage. I need to call it WarioWare Inc. now. Ooh. Okay, hopefully it's back to normal now. It is good. So let's have a look at Frigate Orpheon again. Okay, it looks to be about right. Now I just need to make sure that this platform here is down here. So one of those platforms isn't counted as a platform by the look of it. I don't know which one it is, whether it's that one or that one. Guessing it's going to be this one. So I need to find what the very rightmost edge is up here. It's 22. So I'll make a new file just to keep track of these values. So 22 is that position there. And the current position of the platform is -25. So I need to get that value. I need to get the width of the platform, which is this, presumably. Or is it this? There's 3 coordinates for a 2 coordinate platform. They must have need to like fill in the collision or something. I'm going to guess it's 24. Now how big is the other platform? It's 25 and 24 here. I'm just going to assume that it's 25 and 24. So what does that make it? 49 wide? I'll copy out these values just so that they're copied somewhere. So that way I need to add 49 onto this value. And that'll be this coordinate here. I need to add 49 to this value. No, that's the y coordinate, not the x coordinate. And then 49 to this value. I'm doing this wrong. I need to get the amount that the left coordinate has to move, which is that plus 25. So 47, I need to add this value to every left coordinate. So that includes 24. And negative 25. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so that should fix the x coordinates, hopefully. Don't know about the y coordinates though. Now it's no longer the shortest stage, which is a good sign. Okay, so the x value looks mostly fixed. Now I just need to fix the y value as well. So I just need to get the y value from up here. This looks like it's negative 114. And give that to all of these coordinates. Okay, I did it. I fixed this stage, I think. Otherwise, I don't really understand which platform is supposed to be this, but that seems about right. And that way, I can check the platform to blast zone left, or actually just the stage to blast zone left should be fine. Check the stats. So on, that's 173. $168. So if I turn on the platforms for the left, 168. Perfect. So if you include both platforms, it's the same distance to the blast zone from here to here as it is from here to here. Very good. And now there was some more stages I need to fix as well. Notably Woohoo Island. But I have no frame of reference really for... First let's find it. How high that this should be. Like I'm guessing this could be like 0-0. Like is the blast zone normal? Where's final destination? So the blast zone is quite high. Yeah, it looks like Wuhu Island is kinda hard to judge where it should actually be. So that's like pretty impossible to get accurate, so I don't know whether there's any point in even including the stage at that point. What else have we got? Halberd has all the transformations there. Kind of messed up. Is there any other stages that were messed up? Also, I'm not really sure whether my coordinates were correct for WarioWare, because whether the blast zone stays the same. Like, the camera boundary is like surprisingly high. I might actually have to do some like in-game testing to verify all of these values. Just for the weird stages, like ones that I had to adjust the values for. So we'll have a look at that later, probably. What else can I do today? Check my checklist, be back in a moment. One thing I said I was going to do was to do a Genesis 6 value that says, hey, is this stage in the Genesis 6 rule set? That would filter out a lot of the bad stages, but that would also filter out some interesting stages like Pokemon Stadium 1. So maybe I'll have like a different Boolean that just gets rid of the bad stages. So I could just have a Boolean and call it viable. And I'll set that for every stage, so I'd say PictoChat is just a bad final destination. Wily Castle, same thing. So that's gonna get a 0. Smashville, I would say, is definitely viable. Yoshi's Island, controversial, but I'll say viable for now. Pokemon Stadium, potentially viable. Obviously 2 is viable, same with Kalos and Unova. Castle Siege, viable, even though I don't think so. Battlefield, viable. Dreamland is viable. Yoshi's Story, viable. Midgar, technically viable. Same with Fountain of Dreams. Lylat. And then we start to get into the non-viables, such as WarioWare. Halberd. Umber Clock Tower, Sky Loft, Mushroom Kingdom U, Duck Hunt, Woohoo Island. Get them all out of here. Okay, so I could just add an if statement. Instead of saying viable, I could say controversial and have it values switched. Alright. Now we'll leave it the way it is for now, just to make things easier. Oh, no, I think I can do this an easy way actually. So viable 0. Wait, what? That's not at all what I wanted to happen. It becomes controversial. How do you spell controversial? Is that it? Controversial, that would have been my second guess. And that'll be controversial 1. And I'll do the same thing with 1 and 0 swapped. Okay. And then I could have a checkbox that says controversial stages. it would be much more appropriate to use something like this. Okay, so then I would need to find where I check for stats. Okay, where do I check for display? Okay, so it looks like I do want it to be a display option. And then make stage list, is that what I want to do? Does calling draw make the stage list? Does make stage list call draw? Kind of want both to happen. So I could have two event listeners technically. Controversial checkbox. Okay, so that way it makes the stage list and it draws. How can I confirm which order that they go in? That's a problem. Oh, it doesn't matter what order they go in? Wait, I don't need to draw them at all, do I? Alright, that changes things. I don't know why I thought the drawing would change if you unchecked these. So let's get rid of data display here. Let's see what happens with stats checkbox. Okay, that's fine. So in make stage list, I just need to say if controversial is so if stages s dot controversial is or get the controversial checkbox dot checked Okay, that dramatically reduces the stage list, which is good. Very good. Okay, which stages are not controversial? Castle Siege, I would say, is controversial, but and we got a whole bunch of Battlefield clones as well, such as Midgar. Oh. So checkbox. So draw. In the draw function, I must check which stages are checked. Query selector of null 366 is the error. So that's really confusing. So what's set to null? Stage label. So the stage Midgar doesn't exist? That doesn't make sense. view error 379 query selector of null. Okay, I have a different solution potentially. See if that works. Okay, it looks like it does. Cool, cool. So is Midgar really a viable alternative to Battlefield? Alright, what about Dreamland or Fountain of Dreams? Fountain of Dreams is also a messed up stage, so we'll make that controversial. So what about Dreamland and Battlefield and Midgar? I think I'll probably get rid of Midgar as well. Okay, so that leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 stages. So that includes Dreamland, Pokemon Stadium 1, and the Genesis list. Should I have Castle Siege? International Esports Professional? I don't know who that is, but possibly I can. Oh, well, he seems like a great person to host. Was he the guy that said if people bring their own controllers, they're definitely modded? Probably gonna make controversial not checked by default. Make you do more percent. That is a professional opinion. I'll probably reorder. Make a controversial checkbox below the stats checkbox. So that makes the stage list a lot more readable now. So let's check on all of the Genesis stage lists. Looks like a bit of a mess. Smashville has a strangely high camera boundary. Is that Smashville? Yep, just Smashville. And then FD and Yoshi's Island have a wide camera boundary as well, or not? No, Yoshi's Island is different. Be one of the Pokemon stages. Yeah, Pokemon Stadium 2 and FD have a wide camera boundary. And what are these low camera boundaries, like FD and Battlefield? And then the blast zones are pretty homogeneous, except for these two. FD has a low bottom blast zone, along with Unova and Battlefield. Yeah, we have a lot of different sorting options now. And we can see the stats if we turn them on. So Yoshi's Story, if you want to kill someone off the top platform, is your best bet. 129 compared to 140 for Dreamland. And Castle Siege and Battlefield are your next best bets. But yeah, Yoshi's Story, that's significantly closer to the blast zone by the look of it. Ding Dong on top platform. Yeah. I'm quite a big fan of the Bowser Side B on top platform as well. And then FD, big surprise, is the biggest distance to the top blast zone. What about blast zone left? Town and City is the closest. Castle Siege is similar Kalos, which is interesting. So here to here is the same distance as here to here. Or similar distance anyway. But yeah, Kalos and Town have significantly different blast zones. And then the least jank side blast zones would be Dreamland. They're very wide. And then the Pokemon Stadium and Battlefield are similar, as with FD. So Castle Siege is the only really asymmetrical stage. The other ones are like the tiniest bit asymmetrical. Ahoy hoy, Aussie Pretzel. Good to see you here. So Castle Siege and Yoshi's Story are the same stage width. That doesn't look quite right. Oh, that's right. It's counting this as the rightmost point. I gotta fix that. I think Castle Siege is the only one that's like that, though. That's interesting. So when I resize, it ruins everything. I wonder if that is a simple fix or not. Cole's canvas size. Oh, I think I get it. It's putting the event listener as W. This doesn't equal... I need to check if it's equal to a number. So I'll check the type of value and see what the number is called. It is just called number, okay. Have you tried any sort of programming, Aussie Petzl? I know it's just not for some people, but I really like it. But it's good that you want to learn a bit more anyway. So now if I resize the screen, it shouldn't ruin everything. Very good. Okay. That was a pretty bad bug. Oh, okay. What course were you doing? Like, what degree has programming in it that's not like a programming degree? Okay, what was I gonna check? Stage width? Why is Pokemon Stadium 2 look significantly wider? Oh, I suppose it is fairly wider. Oh, okay. Well, this is web development, just with more JavaScript. Oh, so this stage of Kalos is really far away from the blast zone, but the platform of Kalos is really close. So Kalos is here, but whereas before it was down there. I'll just check whether there's anything that else I want to do this stream. I think that'll be about it for this stream. I'll see if we can do a 2-viewer raid. Alright. 4 viewers, okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. This tool's getting pretty close to the first release, I'd say. Yeah, you missed out on all the programming, Pretzel. Only the actual usage of the tool you got to see, and a tiny bit of programming. But if you're here earlier next time, you'll get to see some juicy programming. But thanks for watching anyway.